I want these guys don't even know what I'm talking about. Yo, Rice or Henderson? Rice or Henderson? Name me one name. Yo, you guys are whack. Straight up.
Oh, look, he's only gone and left the picture on now. No, not that one. Oh, where is it? There it is. Look, there it is. Found it. Good evening. Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Good, brother. Good, brother. Good start, sir.
Yeah, got to start the show with a fuck up. Otherwise, it's not worth it. It's not worth doing it. How are you, mate? All right? How's your week?
Yeah, all good, bro. I'll give you the weather. Fucking hell, geezer. Since I spoke to you last. The last 4 days, mate, hasn't stopped raining. Has not stopped raining, honestly. Amazing here. You get so used to this, what I've got behind me now. And you get 4 days of rain and you just got, your head goes down, mate. I was just gutted. I hated it. Even the temperature dropped. I even put on a tracksuit bottoms yesterday, even though it's still 22 degrees. But I didn't like it, mate. I'm used to 30, 35. Fuck's sake. And today, lucky enough, to come back to you guys, and you brought the sun back. So, yeah, we've got a beautiful morning.
There you go. There you go. I'm the sunshine in everyone's life. There you go.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Any shark attacks this week, mate?
No, mate. No shark attacks, guys. There'll be more news about that Baltimore bridge going down than any other bloody news. That was fucking amazing, wasn't it? The big tanker hitting the pier and then it just collapsed, didn't it? Like Meccano. Yeah. Just went down.
Yeah. And there's a few confirmed deaths as well now.
Yeah, about 6, I think they got at the moment, goes up.
Mate.
And the poor fuckers, they were working on the bridge. The poor bastards that got done, construction crew. And they just went into the water, vehicles and everything. Gee, terrible. Terrible thing. But, that's been the big news point in Australia this last few days.
Yeah. Question I want to ask you. We spoke briefly about it before we went on now. Sharks, right? Okay. Sharks appearing in ponds or lakes on golf courses. How the fuck does that work? How does that happen?
It usually happens, guys, and I've got a golf course not far from me, about 15 minutes away, that has got a shark in one of its lakes. And what happens is there's a big creek that goes around this golf course, and when the floods come, as you know, here in Australia, we get them quite often. A couple every year we get flooding. The creeks fill up, and they flood the golf course. And then they link up with the pond. So the bull sharks that are in these creeks, and there's loads of bull sharks in these creeks, you do not want to be swimming in creeks here unless you know there's ones that's safe. Or taking your dog for a little walk in the creek. That's happened before where the sharks just took the dog. So what happens is that all builds up and it floods the course, and the sharks then start having a little wander around. They don't know. They think they're still in the creek. And when the water subsides, some of them get stuck in these ponds. And they've got no way out,
Yeah, makes sense. Right, okay. All right, well, look, let's just have a little delve into the chat and see who's in now. First of all, Brendan, how are you, sir?
Hey, Brendan.
Thank you for joining us. And Steve Cox, thank you, sir, for joining in. And Steve Tiley, also.
Yeah, mate.
How are you, my friend? I hope you're well. Mark Pendleton, good evening to you,
Mark.
sir.
And
of course, Trudge, always there.
Good old Trudge,
yeah, mate, He's always about. Steve says, don't forget.
I'm glad you said that, Steve.
On Sunday.
Glad you said that. So that changes me for next week, guys. That's an hour earlier for me. So I'll be half 7.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Are you still going to be able to make it half 7 in the morning?
Yeah. I was up at 5:30 this morning.
All right, mate. As long as you're good for it, that's all good. Thank you for that heads up, Steve. Thank you. Evening, lads. I hope you're both okay. We are very well, thank you, sir.
All good, sir.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Everyone talking to each other. Well, say everyone. So, alligator.
Mullins.
Mullins. No, there's no alligators in Crawley.
Just crocs, mate.
There's none in Australia either. Just crocodiles, and they're about.
Yeah, the crocs have been behaving themselves this week, Mark. They're sticking to themselves.
They're about 40 foot long and about fucking 400 pound in weight, but they've been behaving themselves. Right, what's Steve saying? Not too good. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I hope you're getting better. Good evening to James.
How you doing, Mr. Lampworth?
Queensland. Mate, apparently you should have seen it 2 or 3 days ago.
I know. If I'd been on here yesterday, mate, I think I might have had to gone inside. The noise of the rain on this roof would have been too loud. There you
go. Cockney Buccaneer. Good evening to you, boss. How are you? And Wasim, he's in now.
How you going, Wasim?
Good evening to you, sir. Trudge. They're huge. Yes, they are. They're fucking massive. They're more massive than West Ham, and that's saying something. Anyway, Mark, gutted about Boeing goal scrubbed off.
Bloody VAR. Why? I can't understand why VAR's in a friendly. What the fuck?
No,
you really need it?
It don't make sense, do it? It don't.
I take it, mate. Mark. I only saw quick highlights of the game. I didn't watch it here. I couldn't be asked either, to be honest. But did the referee give that goal? Or did the linesman put the flag up?
Yeah, the linesman put the flag up.
He did give it as an offside, did he?
No, it was definitely offside. I mean,
definitely offside. I just wonder whether they fucked up and gave the goal and then VAR overturned it.
No. I think we celebrated. Well, I say we. The England team celebrated, and then the VAR came up, and it was disallowed. So
Okay.
You know something? Oh, mate, I've got a phone ringing. Hang on, let me just check it.
I'm ringing. Fucking emergency.
Oh, bear with me.
Yeah, but apparently, as you said there, Troy, Bowen apparently had a good game. I've seen a few highlights he was involved in, but that's about it. But that's good for him. Good he had a little run out. Do you know one other thing? I know he fucked up for a goal, but I was really pleased to see Dunk get a run. I think, like Dawson, I think he's been one of them stalwart centre-halves have been fantastic. He's been at Brighton for about 20 years. Yeah, and I was really good. I was happy to see Dunk get a cap and have a game for England, even though, I'd say, I think we could put one goal down to him against Belgium. But still, it was good to see him get that.
Yeah. My food is about to arrive, and I've just got to go and grab it. So just bear with me for a minute, please, Gary.
No, fucking hell.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. I'll just mute myself.
Off your pop. You'll be right.
I'll be back in a minute.
What's he doing all? He knows we're doing this now. What's he doing ordering food, lunatic? Well, there you go. So I was pleased for Dunk, mate, to get a cat. I only used to watch England when Rice was playing. But I can't be asked to watch him now. Don't care how he plays. But the usual couple of friendlies, wasn't it? Didn't win one. And it really doesn't mean much, does it? These friendlies. I see that fucking Wales got knocked out. They must be gutted. They had a good Euros, didn't they, last time? But Oh, Poland. I remember the nightmares of Poland when they knocked us out at Wembley. That bloody goalkeeper there saved everything. Brian Clough called him a clown. Not very bright, but yeah, Poland. That was a nightmare. Was that the World Cup? Yeah, we didn't qualify the World Cup because of that. Anyway, apart from that, Jesus Christ, there's not much going on in the West Ham world, isn't it? I see, what's that, Gio and Gonzo earlier on talking about fucking Toney. 70 million, never happening. That's never happening, mate. Like I said, he's not worth 40 million. And I couldn't ever see him coming to West Ham, to be honest. Do like the way he takes a penalty, though. That's cool as fuck. Like, just 2 steps, tap it in, let the keeper move, put it in the other side. He does take a great penalty. I like Toney, and I think he's a good striker. But when they start throwing out monies like 70 million, come on, you got to behave. Behave. Get 40 million. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him. But he ain't coming to West Ham.
Hello.
All right,
My apologies. My apologies.
I've been talking to myself. No one's answered me nothing.
Sorry, I ordered this food about an hour and a half ago, and I phoned them up to find out where it had gone, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we forgot to put your order through."
Oh,
fuck! I mean, I order off them about 2 or 3 times a week, bastards. Anyway.
Oh well.
So yeah, you were talking about Ivan Toney. He ain't coming to West Ham.
No, Budge. No.
You know where he's going to end up. We all know he's going to end up at Man United. Simple as that.
It could be Man U. It could be Newcastle. Could be a good fit. But I say with this financial fair play in it, I don't think Newcastle can afford him. And
No. And
Man United might be able to.
Remember those.
Tottenham could be a good fit for him.
Yeah, could be. You got to remember.
Because I'm not sure if they'll keep hold of Werner. Richarlison is a bit hit and miss. They could look at him, Tottenham. But like I said, it's whether the price is right. The 70 million to me is ridiculous.
Is that what they're putting the price on him?
Yeah, well, that's the one that's been floated about, Geezer, yeah. Because he is up for sale. Brentford are happy to sell it. They want to cash in. And they should cash in now because, you look at his age and everything, there's probably no resale value there. This could be dead money. So, man, with this FFP bullshit, you want to be bloody careful spending 70 million on a striker you can never get any money back on. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no way at a 70 million price tag, West Ham are even going to look at him.
Yeah. No, and the other thing is, and I think it might have been Gio said it, and I agree with him totally, but we've got Steinen in place, and if the best he can do is pop over to Brentford and buy him for 70 million, mate, that doesn't take a lot, does it? I can do that. I want to see something more. One out of left field from Steinen that we don't know about, and we bring him in, and he's brilliant, and he costs fucking 15 or 20. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, the title of tonight's show is the West Ham season ticket thing. Now, I've got somewhere. There it is. I've got an image from that was given to me. Oh God! Bear with me, because technology and me ain't good friends today. My phone's gonna die. There we go. Right. Okay, so Russie B sent me an image earlier.
Yeah.
About the club's financial ticketing prices and stuff.
Prices. Have they gone up?
Yeah. You
don't know.
That. You could say that. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bands, plus 2. So it's 8 bands in all. Now the West Stand, the season tickets are now fucking hell. I need some glasses. Hang on.
But I suppose it's all about whatever they are budgets. Well, what percentage, if they've gone up, what is the percentage? You know,
I
should have asked.
no,
Should have
I
asked
don't
TV,
even know. I
He's-
don't even know. I mean, the cheapest one on band 6 for adult is £345 now. I don't know what it was last year.
340. You know, that's pretty reasonable, guys, isn't it? Cheapest one.
Yeah.
Fuck,
And
mate.
for the 1966 West Stand, the adult season ticket price is 1,720, and that's a fucking huge hike. Huge hike. Anyway, it seems like they've gone up. From what I can figure out, all the prices have gone up. I mean, I don't know what the
Yeah, I suppose the percentage is crucial to what it is. If anyone knows in the chat what percentage that is, because usually they put them all up by the same percentage of a season season. So I'd be interested if anyone knows that and see where we are with that. Because if it goes up 5%, you can think, well, you probably expect that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, do you know what? Something I noticed, Trodge, thank you for bringing it up. They weren't passing to Bowen as much as they would have done if that had been Saka, I thought that it just seemed to me that the team didn't seem to have the same kind of confidence in Bowen that they would have done in Saka.
Right.
It just seemed weird. There was Bowen out on the right wing, all on his own, nobody marking him.
You won't get in the ball.
They were playing down the centre. It was fucking ridiculous, mate, to be fair. Really was ridiculous. But he was making things happen, yeah, he was. Where are your disco lights, Kieran? That's because of this thing, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, yeah, I got them, mate. I've just got the Queensland sunshine. That's all I've got, mate.
Happy in the house. Sorry, I'm late, chaps. No,
Good to have you, H.
Good to see you, darling. Who else we got there? Dunk. 2 Ricks in 2 games.
Oh, was it both games? Was it Mark? That's a shame, mate. I was just telling them earlier, Budge. I'm just happy for the boy to get a cap for England. You know what I mean? He's been a stalwart centre half for Brighton for years and years. I've always admired him, mate. A bit like a Dawson, No frills and a top centre half, A good club play, a real good servant.
Yeah. And, I mean, we've been fortunate in years gone by with centre halves actually being stalwart, Like, for example, hang on a minute. I've got the wrong camera going. Do you know that? I might as well turn that bloody thing off. There we go. Turn that one off because I've got the wrong camera going. Yeah, we've been quite lucky in having stalwart kind of centre halves, I always liked Winston Reid. I thought he was,
Yeah, I love Winston Reid.
He was stalwart. And we've got a fairly good list of defenders that have been that way. I suppose other clubs. Other clubs will probably claim a similar story, but
I mean, you've got these elite centre halves, Budge, and then you've got them guys that just do a job, man. Are solid. Really solid. And throughout the years, we had Tommy Taylor back in the day, weren't the best, but my God, he put an effort in. I just think Duncan, Dawson's are them. I think Reid, because there's a lot of things about him here, because he's a Kiwi. I think he played well for New Zealand, and then all of a sudden we bought him, and I thought, shit, that's a risk. And he was pretty shit at the beginning, but my word, he worked hard to get better. and he did, really did. And he was I thought he was the top centre half for us for a while, man.
Yeah, he was. You know, and you know,
Yeah, Alan.
Oh, how are you, mate? Morning, everyone. Another day in paradise with the pundits coming out with the usual crap.
Yep, I'm sure they were.
Now,
I ignore them.
Talking of the usual crap, I was over the pub earlier, which is kind of why I'm a little bit unprepared and I'm still in my work clothes and God knows what else. But there were a couple of Arsenal fans in there bigging up Declan Rice like you would not believe.
Well, I'm sure they are.
And I said to them, look, you lot go on like you lot have made that fucking player. And they're like, yeah, we have. Yeah. Because like when he came to us, I was like, mate, 4 years, all right? I'm only going to go back 4 years. I've been saying for 4 years that Declan Rice is the next England captain. I've been saying that Declan Rice is the best.
We all believe that.
He's the best homegrown midfielder in this century, right? There is nobody that can actually challenge his position as a midfielder. I said, and you lot are going on like you can take the credit for it. I said, you bought him as a world-class player. And they went, no, well, see, no, that ain't right. And I went, listen, you idiots, right? My mate Mark was pissing himself. He's a Brighton fan. I said, listen here, you pair of idiots. I said, you don't fucking pay £105 million for a mediocre player. You just don't do it.
That says it all.
You just don't. I said, you've paid £105 million for the best there is in his job. And they went, yeah, all right, okay, mate. I made them both buy me a phone. Because they were being an idiot. I mean,
he's probably going to start performing. But look, he's not the finished article when he's left West Ham either. You've got to remember that. Rice is still progressing. He is going to get better. He is going to get better, but he would have got better wherever he played. It doesn't matter. And he plays more in an advanced position for Arsenal, so you're going to see more of it. As simple as that.
Oh, just hit the microphone button. Yeah, I completely agree. And you know, the thing is that really fucking, it's been getting on my tits for days now, though, Kieran. Is that the pundits, you know, and I've got to say, it's especially Sky and BBC that are really they're kind of heaping all this praise on Arsenal for producing Declan Rice. They've had him 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
you know,
it's nonsense.
They've had him for 5 minutes, and you know, I keep saying to people, he does exactly the same for Arsenal what he was doing for us.
Yeah.
Only he's got slightly better players around him, a slightly more organised team around him.
A more offensive team as well. So
yeah,
I
said so. You know, Declan Rice is going to look better at the moment. I said, but like, if you had, you know, the same kind of style of the manager that we've got, you wouldn't be wanking over him like you are now. You know, you'd be going, yeah, he's all right, he's pretty good, he's doing all right, blah, blah, blah. But for me, he's just...
bollocks.
He might have gone up a slight level, but...
Look, because he was always going to go up more, because he was never the finished article when he was at West Ham. He's still young enough to get better and progress, and he will.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Arsenal just happened to be the team he went to. It was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining us, darling. Welcome. He said Chilwell had a good game. Post-match Seal game.
Did he?
Who said that? Oh, Mousegate said that, did he? Mousegate, yeah. Yeah, well, he's going to say shit like that because he has to justify his selections. To be fair, you know, that's basically how that fits in. Fake news. Paqueta was class against us. Such a shame he is likely off in the summer. Love watching him play. Agreed. And, I've said all along that he was the best player on the pitch against us, including all our players. There was no player on the pitch on the day. He was brilliant. Lynn says, hi, Happy Amber. And she says, not yet. I love it. Hendricks scored another banger also. The dive bomber birds are back. Yeah, they seem to gather every Wednesday morning.
What at the moment, isn't it? I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, no, there's only been a couple. Budgie sounds like Bob Harris on Radio Quiet.
No, what didn't he? Mr. Buccaneer, didn't he have a great voice? Oh, Bob Harris.
Yeah,
was he old grey whistle test? Wasn't it?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
The beardy goes up. Yeah, he was great. What a voice he had. It's just so subtle. And,
yeah, it was, yeah. He was
there's a memory there. Buccaneer, there's a memory. Oh, Bob Harris.
Yeah. Hey? What's band for, Smugs? Right, hang on. I will let you know.
This take a fucking hour, this Happy H. Get your glasses.
No, there's no need for that. There's no need for that. Band for £670. Happy.
What's that? Yeah, Happy H, we don't know if that's a big rise or not. Let us know.
Yeah,
is that what you in there? Band 4?
Obviously, she's on band 4. That's why she's asking.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, she let us know what it was last year, Andy.
And just so that you know, there are no concessions for people under 5'3".
Right. No, don't get a discount.
No.
Should be 50 quid if it were.
I'm banging trouble now, mate. I'm telling you. Good evening, Wally. Thank you for popping in. Damien, thank you for coming in, gentlemen, that you are. Mine went up £30 last season and now gone up another 55.
Ooh, well, that's fairly significant, isn't it? 2 rises in 2 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's 85 quid in 2 years.
All right.
It's gone up. I bet fucking cost of living ain't was 85 quid a year.
You break it down though, Bud. You know what I mean? Talking an extra £3 a game, something like that for over 2 years.
Like
Yes. You break it down like that, it doesn't sound the worst, does it? You know?
It don't, no, but you know, when you're looking at the tickets, the season tickets at the London Stadium, I thought they were supposed to be coming in at like reasonable, affordable prices. Well,
Budge, compared to the other Premier League teams, we are very much so. We're one of the cheapest in the Premier League.
I suppose.
I mean, you pay serious money at Tottenham, and Arsenal's one is ridiculous what they're paying.
Chelsea ain't cheap either. It never.
No, I'd imagine not. No, we compared with other Premier League clubs, we're pretty good. And I agree there with Damien about Brentford. He has really impressed me this year as a centre half. I think he's superb.
Yeah.
Was he in the squad, Damien? Did he get a pick for the squad? I don't know. Don't know if he even played.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But he has been bloody good, that Brentford.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy likes him, obviously. She says, would love to get him in.
Yeah.
You at the pub, Budgie? Never. No, actually, it's not the pub. It's not called the pub. It's called the office. I call it the office. When people phone me up, they say, "Where are you?" I say, "I'm at the office."
Yeah.
They all know where I am.
Overtime.
I'm sorting out paperwork. I always tell them. Basically, spending money.
Of course it is.
Also noticed many on Bowen's back. The bias is real from top club pundits and fans. Exactly, mate. You know, that is exactly what we were talking about with the Declan Rice thing and Arsenal. You know, it's all down to Arsenal that he's world class. It's got fuck all to do with West Ham. It's got fuck all to do with the fact that he spent 8 years in our, you know, academy and as a young player and coming through. It's got nothing to do with that. It's all about Arsenal.
And he listen, he was one of the first picks in the England team for the last couple of years, not just now. And he was doing it when he was playing at West Ham. So
yeah, exactly that.
I think they just like, especially talk sports. They love throwing out a carrot geezer, and West Ham supporters bite on it. You know, they just like to throw that out to get that reaction. Half of that is that it's just clickbait bullshit, and they love just.
And, you know, as far as they're concerned, we're a delusional fan base.
Yeah.
Because we should be grateful that we're watching dross football every fucking week.
Yeah, exactly.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Just can't. Look, mate, you just look at it this way. No fan wants to pay that kind of money for these season tickets, go to, 19 or 20 games a season and watch shit. Right? No fan. All you got to do is look at the Tottenham supporters this year, right? You know, they've been up and down with injuries and that, but my God, they're happy with the football they're watching, regardless of where they finish. They're absolutely loving the football, and happy. You know what I mean? To me, it's part of the game. You have to entertain.
Yeah.
I just can't understand why people can't see that. There has to be entertainment on the pitch as well as results.
I mean, look, the thing is, I'm probably one of the luckiest West Ham fans out there right now. I get my tickets from somebody. I'm not going to mention who because it would be rude to. But I'm not a season ticket holder. I don't even have any points enough to get a fucking friendly match pre-season. I ain't, but I get my tickets through somebody who's very generous and everything, and he lets me have the tickets at what it costs him per ticket, basically. And I've been going, now for the best part of 4 years, I suppose it is now. And I've been very lucky. I've not had to pay massive amounts for any of my tickets. The first 4 or 5 games that I went to before this person was kind enough to offer me his tickets. The first four or 5 games I went to, I did pay full face value for tickets, and 75 quid for row 63 was quite a lot of money, I thought.
Yeah. That is. That's ridiculous, really.
It is, and yet I paid, and it wasn't through the person I get my tickets from; it was through somebody else. But I think I paid about 35 quid for a ticket in row 6.
Yeah,
right on a corner flag, and that
was
for Mark. That's
the thing. A season ticket is good value when you break it down over the 19 games. It's good value. They make more money by selling a ticket to a tourist. Because it's double. They'll get double that money for that seat. It makes a massive difference.
More than double. They're getting more than
double. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it is reasonable value once you've got a season ticket. If you've got to pay for one-offs, it's expensive. And when you think about, like we did, or through all our era where dads brought their kids, fuck me, I dread to think what it cost a dad now. He had 2 kids who want to bring to West Ham. What the fuck is that day costing him?
Imagine my brother. Imagine what my brother would be like at Chelsea if all of his sons. He's got 5 sons, right?
Oh, well, that's too many. He's got 2
now.
Someone should tell him.
But
that's right, 4. But still, he's got too many. What's the matter with him?
Yeah, but if he wanted to go to Chelsea, that would cost him the best part of 400 quid.
I know. That's frightening.
Isn't it? It is.
That's before the hot dogs goes up.
And that's before getting there. That's before getting there. That's before going to have something to eat. That's before going to have a beer. That's before, anything that you do, a program. I mean, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I think our programs are somewhere around the 20 quid mark, max.
What?
No, no, that's max. I mean, I'm talking about when we played.
Can't be 20 quid, sure.
When we played the semi-final last year for the Conference League, I think it was about 17 or 18 quid for the program. Usually they're about 12 quid, I think. I'm pretty sure they're around about 12 quid. But even that's a lot of money. Chelsea, and I was talking to a guy called Simon Wolfie, at Chelsea, the average, league game program, 25 quid. 25 quid.
I can't believe it.
It's ridiculous. For a bit
I think he's lying. Hang on.
It's stupid money. And
I'll tell you what, it's a bit different to my first time in the North Bank at Upton Park when it was 50 pence. That's what it cost me to get in, 50p.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Arsenal fans change like the wind, says Trudge.
They do, Trudge. They do.
They got a bargain. Yeah, exactly. They were all going on about how 105 million was too much for a mediocre midfielder.
Yeah. They do change like the wind, though.
Now they got a bargain for the best midfielder that England have had in 30 years.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
Yeah. Right, what else we got? Don't they just yet? Hi, Budgie and Fuckface, apparently. It took her a while, but hi.
Yeah. Don't have to say hi, but...
No, you don't have to. What we got here? Arsenal, a stepping stone for him. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think? He'd be comfortable in any team in the world. Real Madrid next.
I think he would be, but whether he wants to, spread his wings and go, in a couple of years' time, go to Europe, who knows? I mean, the world's his oyster at the moment, isn't it? The world's his oyster.
It kind of is, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like...
If he goes on that progression that we think he's going to go on, Budge, and that does mean, I think, ending up being the Arsenal captain, that means being the England captain, then it becomes such a great buy for Arsenal, because if they did sell him to Real Madrid, they'd get money back, and maybe more. In say 2 years' time, if he has 3 seasons that, if they really want to sell him, they probably won't want to sell him. But if he wanted to leave, they won't lose any money on him.
I would imagine now, at this moment in time, there are clubs out there that would probably be willing to pay 130 plus for him now.
At the moment, but Arsenal ain't letting him go, mate. You know what I mean? He's the key to them trying to win a title, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's the key in the next couple of years of them winning the title. And as say Van Dijk was when he came to Liverpool, him and the keeper, they would have missing pieces in that puzzle, and they went on and won a Champions League and a league title. So
yeah, and to be fair, like I said, I believe that Declan Rice is probably the best midfielder that England have produced in 30 years. And he's kind of he's a world footballer. He's the kind of player that people will pay money to go and watch, because
he's one of them, isn't he? We produced some great midfielders, like if you talk of Scholes and Gerrard, Lampard in England. They have produced some great midfielders. And he's just another one on the brigade, a different type of player to, say, Gerrard and Lampard and Scholes. Yeah. But he's getting better, and who knows where it finishes. We'll see.
Yeah.
But fuck him. He's at Arsenal.
Yeah, fuck them all. All the Arsenal lot, they can all go fucking hell. Right, what else we got here? Oh, hang on, look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that out of there, throw that there, and then here we go, look. Right, Arsenal was a stepping stone, right? Yeah, okay, we got that. Any West Ham news? I've missed the last few days, guys. Yeah, apparently Dean Ashton's injured.
Been a while now.
That's the last time I got any useful West Ham news. No, actually, Happy, I'm sorry, I don't have any, I'm afraid. I'm sure people in the chat might have, though. No new injuries for the Hammers in international duty, at least.
There you go. There's a bonus. Something positive.
Yeah. Alvarez got booked for Mexico.
Really?
There's a fucking surprise.
I wanted to know that because they got fucked by America, didn't they? USA. Wally be happy.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
USA knocked them out or lost. They lost in the final to the USA. So, yeah, I was wondering whether he got. I watched the highlights of the game and I was wondering whether he got booked or not. They didn't show it, but yeah, he did. Fucking brilliant. Fucking mate, nightmare.
Yeah, look, Happy. She says if she relists a ticket for a game that she can't go to,
that's how it works.
She will get £16 in club cash for it, and then
they resell it. Oh, what a rot that is, eh?
Well, do you know what? I know where her ticket is, right? I know where her seat is, yeah, and it's in Trevor Brook in Lower, about row 8, I think it is. And I know for a fact they're probably going to get 80, 85 quid for that.
Exactly, yeah, at the H. So they'll sell it again for 80. They've made money off you buying the ticket. You've sold it back for 16 quid, probably half price or so.
And then they go and sell it for about
10 and another 70 quid out of it. Not bad, eh? Nice.
Not bad.
Nice system. Fucking cheeky bastard.
Rice, Ireland helped transform into an international player.
Absolutely, Brendan. Right? Should have stuck with Ireland. Should have stuck with Ireland, bro.
Yeah. Good, Happy. Is that all you get? Can you sell your ticket on a reseller like StubHub? Yeah, I believe you can sell.
I don't think officially you're allowed to, are you?
No, I think you can, providing the person that's buying the ticket has got a West Ham membership. I think that's what they call it.
All right. Don't know.
I've got it, and because I buy my tickets direct from a particular person, from a season ticket holder,
I
don't get
that's what it is. Way to do it, though, bud. What you're doing, right? He gets his money what it costs him, and you get a face value ticket.
Yeah, exactly that. In fact, you know what? I probably my ticket is probably about a third of the cost it would be if it was on, StubHub or, if West Ham were to relist it or whatever. It's probably about a third of the cost of the ticket, because obviously when you buy a season ticket, you're not paying full face value for your seat every week.
No.
Or every other week, but I'm very fortunate, and I'll say that millions of times a day. I am very fortunate with the tickets that I get, and I'm also very fortunate in that I'm not always up in the gods where the ticket is. Quite often I'm at the opposite end of the stadium in row 8, and it's quite nice because, like I said, I have friends, and I get to enjoy the game many different ways from many different stadiums.
The modern day cost of going to a football game now, especially you bring your kids, it's ridiculously dear and expensive.
Stupid.
And if you think West Ham's are one of the cheapest, my God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a 40-plus-year-old bloke, right? And every time I go to a game, every time I go to a game, it's a minimum of 100 quid. Minimum.
Yeah, it's an expensive day out, eh?
It is,
Especially what they
yeah,
charge in that ground too.
you know, and it's kind of it's robbery. Once you get past the security, and
Good day, George.
once you're in the stadium complex, it's robbery.
It's robbery. It is absolute robbery.
7 odd quid, 8 quid for a pint, and it's just fucking ridiculous. Good evening, George. Thank you for joining us, sir. Another thing that pissed me off this week, some twatty journo said Alvarez is a mediocre player at West Ham after he had words with the manager for being benched against Argentina in the last World Cup. Alvarez is far from mediocre. We know that. We're West Ham fans. We watch him regularly. We know what he's capable of, and we know that how good he can be.
Oh, I'm dreading this game this weekend, geezer, because he's missing. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be in a position where one player makes you go, oh, fuck. No. But we are with Alvarez or Paqueta. We don't seem to win without them on the pitch. And I am dreading this. But let me throw this out, because, you know, the Phillips signing. Yeah. I absolutely agreed with the Phillips signing. I thought it was a great idea, because when we asked this question a while back on West Ham Network, and he said, what's your priority signing? And people saying left wingers and another forward. Mine weren't. Mine was cover for Alvarez. That was it. And and Phillips is that. The only problem is, I think we thought we were getting the Phillips that used to be at Leeds. Right? At the time, because he was fucking good. Yeah, and the trouble we've had, he's been absolutely woeful. But these next couple of games, or 3 games, at Leverkusen as well, if he has to step up to make it work. And I don't believe that, you know, Alvarez, that cover for Alvarez should have been our only signing. We should have got a left winger as well, but we didn't. But I do believe Phillips now, boy, come on. It's now or never, boy. It's now or never. We need. This is why we bought you, and we're paying a top dollar premium money for this geezer for 4 or 5 months to cover Alvarez, and this is it. And if he can't do that, then we've just wasted 7 or 8 million quid. It's been a terrible buy if he can't step up against Newcastle.
It does look like that. It does look like that. It looks like we're wasting money again. You know, it's certainly...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, when you look at it pound for pound, Budge, if, say, against Newcastle, he doesn't even play him, or then you've just for 4 months, 7 or 8 million, that's worse, you know, than the money we lost against Allaire or Schumacher or Anderson or Vlasic. Or, you know, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money in 4 months and piss up the wall.
Yeah, so it's kind of like taxing a car for a year and then putting it into the garage.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's frightening. So I'm just hoping, for his sake as well, not just for West Ham, for his sake, I'm hoping he can get on that pitch and put a performance in. You know, I really do. I hope he does for his own bucket. You know what I mean? Because at the moment, his stock is at least at Man City where he weren't playing, but. You can't knock him because he's just not getting picked. But now if he's getting picked, he has to perform. Otherwise, mate, he's going nowhere, and they're going to sell him for nothing to a 2-bob club. No one will want him. So I'm hoping for his sake that he steps up and we pick him. We've got to pick him to start. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the second time I've seen a comment of this nature. Rice didn't even want to go to Manchester, let alone see him going to Madrid.
Yeah, that could have been a big part of it, Budge, not wanting to leave London, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could be, and he might see Arsenal as the new Man City in the next few years, which they could be. You never know. You never know.
And to be fair, if you're going to go to any London club, at this moment in time, if you're going to leave West Ham and go to any of the London clubs at this time, you've only got a choice of 2, and it's either the red or the white side of North London, in my opinion.
Yeah,
They're the only two teams worth going to right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't see, anybody wanting to go to Chelsea right now, unless, of course, they're a bit of a maverick, like, your cameo type player. That's the only kind of player that's going to want to go to Chelsea right now, or somebody that supported them all their lives, Crystal Palace, forget that. I mean, that's kind of a springboard to the rest of the Premier League.
But you got to look at Rice. I'm sick of talking about Rice, but he's going for a team that's guaranteed Champions League football for a start. Yeah, he doesn't move out of London. You know what I mean? And City, even we're starting to see City wavering a bit this year. They're wavering a little. And, it could be the right choice for him.
Yeah. Hey, look, even Trudge is saying, can we stop talking about Rice?
Yeah, that's right. Stop talking about that quick.
Yeah, stop talking about him. He's doing my head in and all. He ain't even with us anymore. Just about to say that as well. Yeah, of course. Right, okay. Let's not talk about anything more about him or anything to do.
Or them North London wankers.
Yeah. Good evening, Tony. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Tony, how are you, mate?
I'm doing very well.
I just said that as Tony comes in there and he's got all his Arsenal mates, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of Arsenal mates as well.
I don't fucking want them either. Don't want
them. Do we think that Moyes will stay? That's quite a good question, actually.
Lynn, you made it worse. You made the chat worse, Lynn. Don't. Please tell me no. Please tell me no.
To me, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere at the moment. Man City got screwed with injuries. We seem to be okay, luckily. Yeah. People saying hi. Smash the like button, people. Yeah, do that.
Do something. Fuck's sake.
Walker, Stones, and Akinji all injured for City.
Wow, really?
Wow. That's devastating.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Row 6, yes. Row 6 for the Man City game when Mark Noble was finishing his career, his last home game. So there you go. Too short for row 8.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
You should bring your own cushion. That's
See, the thing, you know why she likes going with her dad now, don't you? Because he always used to bring a milk crate with him when she was a kid. Still brings it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. When I was a kid, the North Bank, I could have done with a fucking milk crate, man. It was hard to see over people's heads unless you got down to the wall, geezer. She got to the fucking front wall, which I did here and there. Yeah. But yeah.
I quite often used to make my way down to the front and just sit on that wall.
Yeah.
Hold on to the railing that goes.
You were allowed to sit on it when the game was playing, and then they'd push you off. So, get up that wall.
Did they? I never got pushed off it. I never got told to get off it.
Yeah, they didn't like it when the game was going on.
I was only a kid when I was sitting on that wall. Because by the time I started going of my own accord, it was like I was too interested in drinking and everything else that goes with it. Standing, luckily the man in front is smaller than me.
Yeah, that's always handy. Can you imagine let's say it is a thing though. Happy H there buys a season ticket and the geezer in front of her is 6'6". Fuck me, man, that'd do your head in, wouldn't it? The whole season he's sitting there 6'6".
Yeah, but they're 18 inches. They're 18 inches low at the start with anyway, aren't they? In the next tier down, it's got to be at least 18 inches. So she's fucked if he's anything more than 5'2".
That would do your head in, though, wouldn't it? I mean, for a normal side, what am I, 5'10.5", something like that? Yeah, I've had it before. Yeah, even in a concert or something, sitting in and you've got a really tall geezer sitting in front of you, it just blocks off that little bit. You think, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Pissed off me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Steve. Right. Who else have we got in? Have we got anybody else? Any new ones? Just as yet. Kieran, I remember the days of 50p a ticket to get in.
Yeah, Steve. I remember my first game at Upton Park in the North Bank, and it was 50 pence.
Yeah.
Now that ticket bollocks, you start to give the geezer 50p. And if you had your mate with you, two squeezed in just for the one click.
Yeah.
Oh, geezer, did I ever fucking tell you the story? Talking about fucking getting in and what it costs. I went, it's complicated, this, but I'll try and make it as simple as possible. I went back in, I came to Australia in 87, and I went back in, 91, something like that, came back for a few years. And my mate, who was still at Upton Park, and my mate had a season ticket there, right?
Yeah.
But and it was a book. He had the book. And what happens is if you forgot your season ticket, you can go to the ticket office, right? And you give them like 10 quid or whatever the ticket were, and they give you a receipt for the 10 quid, and they give you a bit of paper, right, with it written on for the game. The game's written on it, and it's all handwritten. So then when you go through the turnstile, you show him this bit of paper, but that's your receipt to get your money back, because you have to put a deposit down of 15 quid or the 10 quid, right? Right. And when he brings his season ticket the next week, he gives them the ticket that he should have used out of it, and they give him the 15 quid back. If that makes sense.
Right.
Okay. But see that he didn't. What he did, that receipt, you don't give it to the guy at the turnstile, that receipt. So you keep it for, to get your money back next week. So, or 2 weeks' time. So what he did, he got that thing and printed it. He Tipp-Exed all of what the writing was and printed a load. So then every home game, this was for the chicken run, all right, when it was standing. This was standing. He wrote, you just go along, whatever game, say it's West Ham Watford this week, you just write in West Ham Watford the date, and you go to the turnstile, right? Show him that, and the geezer goes to take. He said, no, mate, I've got to keep this because I forgot my season ticket. That's the story. And for 2 seasons, I got into the chicken run for fuck all under these tables. Unbelievable, eh?
You thieving bastard.
Like, fuck all to get in the, what's the name? What a clever fucking move that was.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Once he went to fucking seating, it fucked it.
See, the thing is, they think that digital ticketing is going to stop all of that sort of nonsense, but it don't stop somebody from the Bobby Moore upper getting into the Trevor Brooklyn lower. And let me tell you that it does not stop you. 290 players who have played more than 5 times this season in the Premiership, and Phillips is the very last player scored. Confidence must be shot to pieces. Yeah.
Well, it's time to build it up, boy. Newcastle's that's your chance. As simple as that. He's got to perform. Simple as that. Got to perform.
Alan says, sorry, gents, but Phillips won't be any improvement as his confidence is shot. For me, I would play Agard as a defensive midfielder for a couple of games that Alvarez is out. At least give him a chance. Now,
it's not a bad shout.
It's not a bad shout. But it ain't a David Moyes move.
No, but even if it was, you're accepting that you've just lost £8 million and you wasted it, and it was a bad signing. That's what you're admitting if you do that. And I don't think they're ready to do that yet. So we'll see. And we'll see against Newcastle whether he's an option or not. If he's not, well, we just spunked $8 million for nothing. So.
Yeah. Good evening, Jackie. Thank you for joining us. I have seen a couple of your comments.
Yeah. No, Jackie.
Next few games will be everything for Phillips.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, Jackie. This is it for him, or it's not. if he does start against Newcastle and he's horrendous again, well, shit, what do we do then? It was just a real pointless signing, which is a shame. But
yeah. That's an insane stat, Hammer. Yep, that was about Phillips being the lowest at 290 players.
Yeah, only up from here, mate. Has to be. It has to be. For him, I'm just saying for him personally, I hope it does come good for him. It's not nice to see a player that, we've seen the quality he had at Leeds. He played for England. He was quite good with England too. And to be that bad, be as bad as he's been since he joined us, my God, I hope he changes. I hope he does, man. For him.
Well, he needs to do it for himself, but also we need.
Well, if he does it for himself, he does it for us. So
yeah, that's true. Oh, sorry, I missed that comment. I lit it up and didn't speak about it. If we lose at Newcastle and at home to the Spurs, which is quite possible, no way are we getting a European place through the league.
No,
yeah,
it wouldn't help.
It's not going to be helpful. It's not going to be helpful. Got me Tottenham ticket book, by the way. Phillips will be the stick they beat Moyes with during the contract negotiations.
Charge, I think we've got a lot of sticks to beat him for when it comes to some of the signings, man, that have been his. We've got a lot of sticks.
Yeah. Too many. It's like having a fucking tree behind you. Right, can see we sold number 41 at the right time now with FFP so rife. What clubs are going to be able to spend over 100 million? Well, that really does depend on their outgoing players as well. They make money on,
and their incoming.
Yeah. I mean, like to buy a player over 100 million now, you got to be selling at least 65 to 70 million pounds worth of players now for them to even think that it's a justified move. The way things are going,
Yeah, I can see this rule changing in the next year or so, mate. They'll be changing it because it does seem to be stacked for the big clubs. This financial fair play.
Oh,
look,
good,
at the end of the day, to me, they're sticking a plaster over a fucking big wound. The amount of money that's spent out in clubs now is crazy, right? They should have sorted this out when the Premier League started. They should have had a wage cap, but they're never going to have one. They never were going to do it because they wanted every best player in the world to come to the Premier League and they'll pay whatever. But now the wages are so ridiculous is why you and everyone else there now are paying for season tickets, with crazy money, more so in other clubs than West Ham. But this is why. When you've got, 70, 80% of all the money you bring in going out on wages, well, it's crazy. No player should be getting 250 grand a week, 300 grand a week.
Nobody's worth that. Doesn't matter what they do for a living. Then nobody worth.
That's the road they chose, though, Budge. And now we're seeing it now, where clubs a lot of clubs, mate, are on the precipice of going bust. A lot.
Yeah.
And you can't compete with the top clubs now because of FFP now. They brought that in, but you ain't going to be able. Newcastle got all the money in the world. They can't spend it.
Yeah, it's true. It's fucking true. Anthony Herbert's in house. Good evening, Anthony. Thank you for joining us. Big up Budgie and Kieran. Just done the show, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly with Toney on Early Doors. Did a combined 11. West Ham had 5 players in it. Arsenal had 4. And he's pissed.
Really? Fucking hell. That's surprising, Anthony. Yeah, I wouldn't go that fucking
got to be Kudos, Paquetá, Alvarez, Bowen. Who would be the other one?
Cresswell.
No, it'd be the other lefty. It'd be Emerson, I reckon it'd be Emerson.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's fucking brilliant, mate. one of the best players we've got at the moment. And I like saying that because, you know, I didn't think he was going to be any good for us when we first got him, you know. But Emerson, I didn't really. I always liked him. I always wanted him to do well, but I just didn't think he was going to, you know. But
no, I didn't think he would either. I thought it'd be bang average, but he's exceeded my expectations anyway.
I think he's exceeded just about every West Ham fan's expectations.
Yeah, he's done well.
He's done well. You know, there was obviously, you know, the rumblings of, oh, fucking no, another Chelsea reject and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Mate, listen, you got to remember the players he was up against when he was at Chelsea, like for position. You know, there were no way he was getting in front of people like Azpilicueta and, you know, I mean, he just weren't going to do it, was he? You know, and
no, he's a good player. And he's been good for us, and let's hopefully it continues.
Yeah, I mean, when he went to Lyon, a lot of people sort of like raised their eyebrows. You know, how comes they're buying him? And he done really well at Lyon, which is obviously what brought him to our attention. You know, and I'm just so glad that we got him. Him and Paqueta, both out of Lyon together. It's brilliant. You know, that's why they've got such a good, you know, dynamic now. And Slow wasting most of the window going after players who are not interested. Yeah, we kind of do that a lot, Trod. We should get Kieran singing something like Land of Open Glory.
No singing here, mate. No singing here, going up.
No, mate, the best he can do is teach you a bit of fly fishing. Anthony, the class speaks for itself. Oh, dear. I'm sure Budge was a peanut.
Yeah, mate.
No, mate, not me.
Budge has got two softy tones of his voice to be that peanut seller.
Oh, mate, yeah, didn't he have a rough old voice?
Peanuts! Peanuts! Yeah. It's peanuts!
It's your nuts. I think Sullivan.
I always want to work in the market, though, geezer, didn't you? I always want to be one of them geezers in the market, right? When you go, Ollie, 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 Snow White Collie. Chestnuts are your best nuts. Always wanted to do that. Hey, nice green kiwi. You remember that? Yeah. I love that, right? I wouldn't have sold fuck all, but I would have loved doing it.
Yeah, you know. I think Sullivan is itching to give him a new contract. I'll take it you mean.
Stop it, Ian.
Mr. Moyes, Ian. He will be waiting until the negativity dies down.
Could be right, Ian. Could be right, brother.
Kind of result against the Germans. That may be his moment. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right, mate. I've always been an option. Okay. I'm not an official dwarf side.
No, 2 inches off it.
1.8 inches, I think, is 1.8. No, you're not a dwarf. You're not a dwarf by any stretch of the imagination. But you are happy.
Jack area?
Yeah, mate. Where's the other
Yeah, I'd like to think I've always been a realist more than an optimist. So,
yeah.
And if the realization is Moyes staying, I might go to the pessimistic side.
Yeah, might optimize my fucking travel permit. Yep, no comment. Right, hold on. What was that? Airy feet. Oh God, no. She's not a bloody Sasquatch, for God's sakes. Right, so we just got a lot of old chatter just going on here. 3.8 inches taller than a dwarf, and no, I don't have a hobbit feet.
No, fucking not. Jesus Christ. That's a fucking horrible sight,
Anyway,
that, wasn't it?
Nobody said you was a dwarf, you midget. Anyway.
Just a short ass.
Yeah, just a shorty. But anyway, we're not going to keep doing that. We're not going to keep taking the piss. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Hope that her feet ain't webbed. That's a good point. Yeah, because then we could call her Hoppy Hammerat. Web feet like a frog. Anyway, you know, I know you. Places.
Anyway,
yeah,
we got Newcastle going. Oh man, I wish we were still at Upton Park.
Oh mate, wouldn't that be something? But then, you know, I'm not being rude or nothing. I probably wouldn't be getting the chance to go to the games if we were still at Upton Park. I don't.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'd be a lot of the same, mate. You might know someone and think it would be the same thing.
To be
You know
fair, I probably would be in touch with the person that I am getting my ticket through. And
exactly, yeah. You know, you never know.
I only get the tickets he can't use, so you know.
I like watching. You know these away supporters. I watched a Villa boy the other day, right? Yeah, and they talk about their experience of coming to the London Stadium.
Yeah.
And one there, I see a Villa one, I see a Bournemouth one. My God, they're rating it as the worst in the Premier League to go away to. Yeah, the ground for all different reasons, for the atmosphere, for the food, for this, everything. You know what I mean? And these are guys that they all keep saying, you know, they loved Upton Park, but they really find this soulless.
Who wants to pay £8.50 for a fucking hot dog?
Yeah, I know. It's fucking outrageous.
But
yeah, for a lot of reasons, and you know, say the atmosphere, everything. It's changed.
Yeah, it's £3 ain't for a coffee. You know, fucking stupid. You know, they got these cups with like dried coffee and milk in the bottom, and they're just pouring hot water into it. And they want £3 or £3.50 for it.
Yeah.
Piss take.
I know that's out of West Ham's control what goes inside the stadium, but it's just they do it here in Australia too though. But they say just West Ham. And they probably do it in every other ground around the Premier League. But here in the big stadiums here in Suncorp I've got here in Brisbane, it's the same. Yeah. You go in there and, you know what I mean, you're paying double the price for everything. I think it's a fucking liberty. It's always been a liberty, mate. There's no need for it to be that expensive. You know what I mean?
No, they're just taking advantage, mate. That's what it is. You know? They're just taking advantage. Bastards, mate. A lot of them. Right, so anyway, we've been going for just over the hour. I ain't really got an awful lot more that I want to talk about. Anything you want to talk about, mate?
No, I don't know. What's on the West Ham front, mate? We just have to wait to the weekend. What is that? Is that a Saturday game, guys? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, 12:30, 12:45, something like that.
Right.
It's the early game, I think.
Really funny. Yeah, I might actually. I might stay out and watch it live. Might not. But yeah, wait for that. Go there. Get all this international rubbish out of the way. Waste of fucking time. But yeah, we'll see how we do. I mean, my heart tells me we could get a draw up at Newcastle. My head tells me it all depends on the midfield setup. Whether Phillips starts, if he starts with Souček and Prowse there, that scares me. Seen that before. It was horrible. So yeah, it really, it'd be lovely to nick a point up there, guys. And look, believe me, I mean, Newcastle haven't been perfect this year. They've been ravaged with injuries, really ravaged through the season. And so, you know, Luton will draw off them. There's been a few teams have turned them over, you know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, I mean, they've looked really, really good. They've got that home advantage is a big thing there, St James's Park. Of all the times I went there, back in the day, Budge, I never had a win there. Never. Always lost.
No, I don't remember us getting a win up there either.
No, I always lost when we were there.
I've been up there probably 3 times, I suppose.
Yeah, same here. I've been there about 3 times, never won. And
No, I
yeah,
don't
it
think
is a big advantage for them. The home.
seen a
Plus,
draw.
now they throw all the West Ham supporters up in the gods, don't they? In the, about 16
they do,
in a year. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Back in my day, at least you were near the pitch. But with their new stands and that, they make sure you're out of the way, mate. You can't affect the game. So it's a tough ask, but I think a point would be great.
Yeah. But, the ever reliable away support, they will be heard. We will hear them. We always do.
You'll hear them?
Yeah, we'll hear them. So,
but yeah, hopefully we can get some.
Guys and girls, if you're going to Newcastle at the weekend, make sure that you are heard. At least. That would be very
if you've
very...
got the breath after walking up them stairs, about 50 flights to get to your seat.
Oh, mate, I'd have a fucking heart attack going up there. I know I would.
Might take 2 or 3 goes to go. Need a lift.
I might get up there by half time. Fucking jokes, mate. Yeah, Happy says, good job she's got broad shoulders. Yeah. Well, it stops you from toppling over, I suppose. I'm such a horrible bastard sometimes. So, Happy says, I know Kudos had a shoulder injury, but I hope that he's still been in training ahead of the weekend. Yeah, if he can feature.
Yeah, we need all hands on deck for this weekend, mate. That's for sure.
Yeah, we do. And, predictions for Saturday. Predictions for Saturday. Well, I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Going with a Desmond.
Yeah, my heart's saying 1-1 goes up. My head's saying we lose 2-1. But I think we still can get that result. We can. And I say, and a lot depends. Let's hope that. Let's hope it's 12:30 kickoff. Okay, that's 10:30 for me.
He says 1-1.
Yeah, I just hope we. Be really nice to see. He's going for a Desmond. Yeah. Stevie, I would really like to see Phillips step up to the plate. He really would. Hey, Helen. Yeah. Everything.
Hi, Helen. Mate, you haven't missed much. It's just me and Kieran. So, we just talk bollocks and get away with it for an hour or more. So, yeah, you haven't missed an awful lot, darling. But thank you for joining us. Glad you did. Brendan says 1-1. Anyone else missing other than Alvarez?
Well, Corn might be missing, but he wouldn't play him anyway. So, it doesn't really matter.
Phillips has been missing since we signed him, so
Yeah, he's got to turn up, Budge. He's got to turn up, mate. Everything's hanging on that.
Yeah, Mark says I think we're going to get done. JWP needs to be benched if we are going to give Phillips a start. Yeah, agreed. Isaac is the danger. Agreed again. You see, now, that's why I don't believe that Newcastle would even be interested in Ivan Toney.
Yeah, don't need him within them.
I think Isaac's equally as good, if not slightly better. And he puts the fear of fucking God into me more than Toney does. I think with the players we've got, we kind of got Toney covered. I don't think we have with Isaac. He's a slippery little worm.
No, he's a good striker, mate. They paid 70-80 million for him, geezers, and I don't rate Toney, more than 40-odd million. So that tells you the difference between them two strikers. I think Isaac's a better striker. But that Anthony Gordon, I think we need to keep an eye on. I hope Sue Fowl smashes him all over the park because he's playing well for him.
Would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice. He does.
He's playing quite well, mate. He's doing all right.
He's done all right. Yeah, he's done all right. So, last time we won their opening day 2 seasons ago, 4-2. Correct. You're right, Steve.
Was it? Yeah. Yeah, there was. Right. Yeah, well, I wasn't there. But...
no, of course. Been out of the loop for a few days. Not seen or heard anything.
Sometimes that's the best way, mate, because most shit here is nonsense anyway.
Yeah, and that was regarding news on Kudus and Antonio.
That should be fine. Apparently, everyone's good.
I think Antonio just didn't want to go because he was too tired. That was the understanding that I got from what was being said. 3-0. He's going for. Predict score on Saturday, lads. Well, we already have. Kieran said either 1-1 or 2-1 loss, and I'm saying a Desmond 2-2. So there we have it. Is Antonio and Kudus available? As far as we know, yes. Not heard anything to the contrary. Ridiculous kickoff time for the travelling fans. Premier League doesn't give a fuck about the supporters. They never have, Steve. They never have. All they're interested in is the revenue that they're going to get from it, and TV companies want it at 12:30, so they've got an early game to cover. Bastards make a lot of them on. Yeah, I've not heard anything.
Well, I tell you what. I'll tell you one thing about Newcastle guys. It weren't about football, but when I was with Angela here, originally she's born in New Zealand, right? Been in Australia since she was about 8 or 9, right? And her original family come from Newcastle. So when I brought her back to London, when I got back there in 91, 92, we took a trip up to Newcastle to see her family that she'd never, ever met, you know, uncles and aunts. And one of them had a guest house. He's up there in Newcastle. We had a really nice time going around the coastline there, see Bamberg Castle and Bamborough Castle, things like that. It was really nice. They were nice people. But when we finished, we stayed there about 3 days in this guest house. And the geezer, right, typical, Rob Geordie, he came up to her. He said, "Look, Angela, we're not charging you anything for staying there for 3 days, but we are charging him." So I had to pay for staying in this guest house, right? And she didn't, because she was family. Fucking brilliant. When I laughed, I was just giving a stick. I go, fucking Northerners, fucking, what are they all about? I go, it's it. Can I shoot?
Stuart,
thank you for
joining us. Hope the family are well, bro. Hope the family are well.
Make us pay him.
Yeah.
That was mental.
A lot of our players have been playing an international duty, so won't have the rest like others. But hopefully he can get a point unless VAR do us again. Helen, I think you just hit the nail on the head. We've had so many VAR decisions go against us. It's almost common fucking ground for us now.
Well, it could go the other way this week. You never know. They might get stuffed by it and we might have a win. Who knows?
Yeah. We might get a little touch like we did with that Bowen thing that time when I know for a fact the ball went out. I know it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It was only because Bowen's body covered it that they couldn't get it as out.
Yeah, we got away with that one.
Yeah, we did. But, yeah.
I was saying Emerson's handball could have been given last week when we got,
it could have done.
Could have been given, we weren't. So, we do get some. And hopefully it isn't down to that again this week. But,
Robbie's saying a 0-0.
Hey, Robbie, 0-0? Wow.
Yeah. I can't see that. There's going to be goals in that game. There always is.
You never know, then. No, there's no result that couldn't happen. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. Right, I'm just going to leave the chat there for a minute, and we'll have a little. I want to roll a fag, and I can't roll a fag and go through the chat at the same time. So,
no.
Yeah. So, look. We've had a wasted 2 weeks with this fucking international nonsense.
Yeah, isn't it depressing? What's that shit?
Oh, God, yeah. We're going to get back into the Premier League again on Saturday, and hopefully, we'll kick off this final part of the season with a decent result. I can't see us getting anything better than a draw out of Newcastle. I've got to be honest.
No,
but stranger things have happened, mate. But,
absolutely.
But we know what we're capable of, and we know what we're likely to do, and we're likely to fuck it up unless we get a stroke of luck, and who knows, a couple of early goals in first half could set us up quite nicely.
I think we've always got a chance, you know what I mean? Like I say, Leverkusen doesn't bother me. I know people worry because we got Leverkusen. I ain't. As long as we can go out there and not lose it in the first leg, I don't mind if we lose 1-0. We can do them. I think over 2 legs we can do them. I really do. It doesn't help Alvarez again being missing for that first leg. That's the worry. And that's why it's so important that Phillips does play against Newcastle and does put in a performance. It would make me feel a lot more comfortable if he has to play against Leverkusen. But we've got to go out there, and he's going to keep it tight, and he'll have to. He'll have to keep it tight out there. And let's get him back home and then do them. And I mean do them. I think we can beat them. I think we can make history against them, being the first team to beat them this season. Yeah. So, I don't see why we can't.
In Europe, we are actually making and breaking records all over the fucking place.
Exactly, yeah. We can do it.
Can't that be one that we can achieve?
I just hope that we keep it tight out there, but do pose a threat as well. We can't just sit tight and do nothing, just boot the ball away every 5 minutes. Mate, we'll come undone. We'll get smashed. If we pose a threat on the break and all that, I agree with them tactics. But it'd be nice. Even, like I say, a 1-0 loss wouldn't be terrible. But we can beat them. We can beat them at home. I'm confident we can.
I mean, I'm looking at this game like a couple of seasons ago when we beat Lyon and we beat Seville. Sevilla, sorry. I'm kind of looking at this game as of a similar level. I don't think Leverkusen are any better than Sevilla were. I don't think they're any better than Lyon were at the time. You've got to remember, Paqueta and Emerson were both in that Lyon side, So they had a decent side. And I don't think that Leverkusen posed any more of a threat than they did. I've got to be honest with you.
Exactly. And if you look at it, they narrowly beat Freiburg 3-2. Narrowly. In the last minute, fucking last gasp winner. Freiburg scored 2 against them. And Freiburg, we played them. They're shit. They weren't that good at all at London Stadium.
They weren't, but they did still come over here with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, but that was fine. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about losing the first leg 1-0. Because in that second leg, Freiburg never in it, goes up. We should have smashed more past them. They never looked like scoring to me. Never looked like it. I don't see a problem with us doing the same to this mob. They struggled against them. They only just got through against that Karabag. Same thing. Last minute goals to get through. Karabag. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be confident.
Went 2-0 up, didn't they?
Yeah. There's no reason why we shouldn't be confident. We may win it, we may not. But I think we can beat them at home. So it's all about that first leg, mate. Just don't let it run away. If we're still in the leg, can't bring them back to London Stadium, I think we do.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
That's it.
Didn't they prove that the ball didn't go out of play with Bowen? Remember seeing it somewhere that the ball being millimetres onside despite Bowen being in the way. That could be the case, Helen. That could be the case. But
it's one of them, Bob, isn't it? I know we can draw lines in that. But when you see 99% of the ball out and 1% in, really, it's happening.
To me, that ball was out.
Yeah, I
reckon
thought
it was. I reckon it was.
I couldn't
outright.
prove it. So happy days.
Alvarez will be a huge miss against Leverkusen as well as Newcastle and Spurs.
He will, Helen. He will.
I mean,
But like I said, every team goes through this. You know what I mean? Botman's missing for Newcastle. They're going to miss him. You know what I mean? They're missing that Toney. He's another one that got done for the betting fucking shit. And they've been missing him all year. Cost them a fortune. Right? Yeah. Everyone's missing. Tottenham been ravaged by injuries.
He was a 60+ million player, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he was good. He's up there, yeah. Big money, yeah.
60 odd million, yeah, I think it was.
That's an Toney, and he plays like he's an Alvarez for them. And they've been missing Joel Linton for ages. All these, we've been lucky, really. We're missing one player, yet we're worried.
Yeah.
Really, that's all we're missing.
And Steve says there that Karabag were down to 10 men, and they still only just beat them.
Steve, they were, mate. I mean, they struggled to get past them, but they did. And this is what we've got to do. We've got to make them struggle against us. And I think we can. Well, fuck Leverkusen. Who are you? Who are you, boys? Fucking hell, we don't care. You're just another German team. We'll knock you out. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Forget the stats. Forget they haven't been beaten. You know, they're unbeaten all season. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's some record, though. Better played. I mean, some record.
I mean, imagine how whoever it was, who was it? Fucking hell, I can't remember who it was now. Oh, it was Freiburg, wasn't it? When they beat us over there. That was the first game we'd lost in Europe in fucking God knows how long, wasn't it?
Well, one of them, yeah. Apart from that one, we lost at home when we threw the kids out. You remember that? We'd already qualified.
Yeah, but that game was the last game in Europe that we lost, or that we didn't win. Yeah,
we've got a great record. I mean, if you look at stats, we've got a really good European record.
17 or 18 games unbeaten, wasn't it? Something like that in Europe. And at the time, it was up there. It was top. We were the top English or British team. And then all of a sudden, Man City going fucking.
Mate, I'm happy to knock them out. Because I think you're making history for the season. If you can knock Leverkusen out, mate, we'll be the first team to beat them. But presuming they don't lose in the league between now and then. All season. How good does that sound? Even Moyes would love that on his resume, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
You know, the team that are pissing the Bundesliga, we beat them. Fucking, how good would that be?
Olympiacos or what? Mark says you make it sound so easy.
Fucking oath, Mark. It is. It's a doddle, mate. It's 11 players against 11. Right? Forget their bloody stats. Forget what they're doing this season. The only reason they're beating, going to win that title is because Bayern Munich signed Kane, and we know he's cursed. Right? So they're never going to win it, Bayern. They were never going to win the league, mate. They were never going to get a trophy, was it? Never. So Leverkusen, fuck them. We can do them.
Yeah. We can do them. We can. You know, why not? Why not? We've already beaten German opposition twice this year. Over 2 legs, So,
the caveat is that we make sure we don't lose by more than 1 goal when we get it. Or we draw, or we win. Whatever it is. If we're going to lose, only by 1. And I think we can score multiple goals against them when they get them back.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I mean, in Europe, we seem to be very good at controlling games. I don't think the low block that we use and the counter-attacking tactics. I don't think, European teams like it too much. And we've done very well with it in Europe. And I just hope that we continue to be successful with that style of football in Europe, because I'd like to see us get to Dublin, and I'd like to be going out there, to be fair with you.
Yeah. You look at the Freiburg away, I think we could have been a bit more adventurous. We lost that 1-0. But we did have 3 great chances to score goals. So why not? Why not? What, you know, we could have won that, but we could have been a bit more attacking in that game. But Moyes' plan, you know, and I'm no fan of Moyes, as you know, but Moyes' plan was to go out there and come away with a draw and then beat them at home. All right, we lost 1-0. We didn't take our chances on the night. And then we got home and flogged them. I mean, his plan worked to a point, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't see why he can't have the same fucking plan at Leverkusen, do them out there, or get a result out there. A draw would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely fantastic getting a draw out there. And then get them out and just do them. Yeah. I don't think we should have a mindset where we're scared of these teams. We can't play Freiburg's every round, so Leverkusen doesn't bother me. Liverpool would have done. That would have been not very exciting. But let's just take it to them, mate. Let's go out there and take it to them.
I've got to be honest with you, I didn't really fancy us getting fucking Roma either. I thought Roma looked like quite a tough ask.
I just think it's more of a feather in your cap with Leverkusen at the moment because of what they're doing in the Bundesliga. They're going to beat Bayern to that title. Yeah. And they beat them Bayern. So come on, let's make a bit of history, eh? Hey, James E.
Yeah, hello, James. How are you, mate? Very nice of you to join us. You are a bit late. We are going to be wrapping things up soon. You're right, but European teams know we've got their measure, and we're fucked up against Olympiacos. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it was Olympiacos. Yeah. And also, Steve says that you need to be in the dressing room before the
match. I'd love to be, mate. I'd fucking love to be, mate. I'd get them believing, believe me. Yeah. I'd definitely get them believing. Because I believe it. I'd only do it if I believe, and I believe we can. So,
yeah, Bundesliga isn't nowhere near as competitive as the Premier League. You're right.
It's not,
Damien. It isn't, right. And to be fair, to be absolutely fair, I think that, you know, Harry Kane, he's breaking records out there at the moment with his goal scoring and stuff. And it looks like he's going to get himself 30 goals this season.
Oh, he's already got 30. He's got 32 already, I think, Budge.
Oh, he's got, yes, so he has. Oh, God.
This is what I said. He is cursed. He broke the record for 4 hat-tricks in a season. Never been done in the Bundesliga. He's got 31 or 32 goals already. Yeah. And they're not going to win the league. It's fucking brilliant.
I know. Yeah. All these records he's breaking and he ain't even going to fucking...
No. Well, unless there's some kind of... Unless, you know, Leverkusen lose every game they've got till the end of the season, Leverkusen are going to win it. So...
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's 10 points now they're in front, Budge. Leverkusen.
Is it? 10. Nice.
Yeah, that's a catchphrase. Goes up. Just do them. We're not here for an haircut. We're not fucking going there for an haircut. We're going there to get results. We're having it.
Good evening, Lawrence. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, it is a bit late. We are going to be disappearing in a short while. Because I have got things I need to do, like shower and stuff. I ain't even showered from work yet. Right, okay, right. A few more comments. Where's the bloody mouse gone? There it is. Spud's curse is real.
It is, Mark. And it's gone international.
Need Ray Stewart to go to the dressing room after he
mate. Whatever you mean there, Alan.
Yeah, apparently that was very good, wasn't it? Right, okay. Well, look, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes, so we will knock it on the head here, I think. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody in the chat. Thanks for all your comments.
Yeah. And happy Easter to all you people over there in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter, everybody, and enjoy your chocolates and whatever else you have.
Yeah, and don't forget to go to mass. You need to go to mass over the weekend.
Oh, mate, Friday, Good Friday. The
Good Friday
longest
tomorrow,
Friday.
mate. Fish only.
Yeah.
Remember that, guys.
Yeah,
Fish
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't eat fish. Anyway, well, I do, but not very often. Yeah, The Long Good Friday. What a great film that was.
Oh, wasn't that a fucking banger, geezer?
Yeah, it was,
Wasn't
wasn't
that a banger? Great,
Bob
wasn't it?
Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, loved him.
Put him on the map, didn't it, that film?
Yeah, it did, yeah. Yeah.
Great film.
It was great. And Helen Mirren. That was her first
Yeah.
acting role. That was her first major acting role.
She was good in it too, wasn't she? Yeah. In fact, they
It was-
filmed most of that over. I know a pub where they filmed that. It was in South London, there
Yeah.
near the docks. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? When I was younger, I used to knock about up in East Ham and Forest Gate, Canning Town, Silvertown, all around that area. I was, with my cousins and so on and so forth. And one night we went out and we were in Silvertown, and 40 Acre Lane we were walking down. This road's called 40 Acre Lane. We were walking, and there's a old church down there that, and there was all these emergency vehicles and like camera vehicles, and like there was fucking people everywhere and coppers and cars like flashing and all that. Like, what's going on here, mate? He said, "Oh, they're filming a movie." It was a film called A Prayer for the Dying with Bob Hoskins and Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke played the part of an IRA bomber who was and Bob Hoskins played the part of a vicar or a priest or whatever it was.
Okay. Not Brad Pitt. You say Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. Yeah,
Oh.
and the scene that we actually witnessed them. Fucking hell, my ashtray's just gone. The scene that we witnessed them recording was like there was a scene where there's a fight going on in the church between Mickey Rourke and Bob Hoskins, and the church goes up in flames. And they were filming that scene when we were there. It was quite amazing to watch, actually. We stood around for about 4 hours, not much happening. And then all of a sudden there was all this panic because there was fire everywhere. It was great. It was brilliant. It was a good experience watching it.
Yeah, it is weird, guys, because I had a similar thing here in when I lived on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
When I moved into these brand new units there in Main Beach. All low-level units, but, you walk through the entrance and then you've got a nice swimming pool and a spa there. And I rented the unit there for about 18 months. And one day the manager of these units come up and he said, "Look, we've hired this film company are coming in to film a scene." And all it was, the scene was the cars pulling up outside, the geezer jumping out and running into our units. So I said, if you could stay away from them windows while they're doing it for the day.
Yeah.
But we were sneaking peeks outside, the kit they had, the vans, the cameras. I'm not joking. I forget what it was. I think it was like a Mission Impossible fucking thing, right? They just wanted our front of our units because they're brand new, really nice, and just running in. That was the whole scene. It took them about 7 hours ago to film this 30-second fucking shot they had in the film that they were doing. Unbelievable. Yeah. They had the catering van there, fucking everything. Honestly, they've done it about 20 fucking times, but it took him all fucking day.
I remember one time, right, my sister, she moved up to Wandsworth, right, and she lived in this tower block that was right above the shopping centre. I don't know what the shopping centre's called these days, but and it was called the Arndale Centre.
Yeah,
anyway, so my sister, she's given me some dough. I'm about 15 years old at the time. She give me some dough. She says to me, go downstairs, go and get some shopping for me. So I says, all right. So I've gone down into the Arndale Centre and I've kind of like noticed a few things that look out of place. One of them being a fucking great camera. And I thought, what's going on here? You know, I thought, oh, it might be the news or something. And then before I knew it, John Thor and Dennis Waterman are running towards me. They're filming a scene from Sweeney.
Right.
And
yeah.
And like all it was them two just they ran past me, and that was it. And then like after that, I mean, I looked round, couldn't see them anywhere. I don't know where they went, but like they just started packing up all the camera and everything, and that was it. Job done. I was like, fucking hell, you know. So I've seen about 5 different film. About 5 different film scenes being made, you know, which is all good fun. Enjoyed it. Anyway, listen, let's get out of Dodge. Thank you everybody for popping in. Don't forget to leave a like when you go, please, if you haven't already. There is all sorts of options on membership as well for the channel. Don't forget, every Wednesday, West Ham Network, 10:30. Old School Hammers with myself and Kieran, and we'll be here again next week. Until then, have fun, be good, and
thanks everyone.
We will see you soon. Thanks in the chat.
Laters.